Okay, Shalom. Before we begin, like always, I want to give infinite praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, J. Master Rowell, and taught us this truth. Peace and salutations be unto you, fellow Akim, your brothers, your brethren that are also pushing out this word in true faith and in sincerity. Alright, and to you I say Shalom. Now, today's lesson, alright, it's going to be titled something along the lines of be not overly righteous, okay? Because for sure that's something I had troubles with, and I still do from time to time. I'm pretty sure brothers can attest and say the same thing, and have gone through the same experiences that we have been overly righteous at times. Okay, and the fact that the scriptures mention it, it's already give you a clear idea as that what type of time frame we're in, you know. Because our Lord Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, all right, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, he prophesied that iniquity shall abound. All right, because right now, us, our Israelites, our so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're in the place of our captivity, okay, a place where it would be difficult to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments that the Lord commanded us to keep. All right, the God of Israel. Okay, it's gonna be a very tumultuous time to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments to a T. All right, and as it is written, if you offend at one point, all right, you're guilty of all. All right, so I'm gonna get the precept. It's Ecclesiastes 7:16. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself? All right, and as it is written in, I'm not sure if I have it bookmarked. No, I don't. It's a Psalms. All right, that's actually a very well-known Psalms around the world. All right, talking about the valley and the shadow of death. All right, because that's what we're living in. Okay, a time where this is a vexation of spirit. All right, a time where people will do all out wickedness. All right, at an alarming rate. All right, and they would not make mention of the Lord. All right, they crucified him. All right, they blotted out his ways. All right, his laws, statutes, and commandments. All right, and of course, we're not. I can't find it, but we're not covered. But or we're not gonna be surrendering. We're not gonna be taken over by the judgment of the law, essentially. All right. So I'm gonna read this one more time. Ecclesiastes 7:16. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself? All right. And there's plenty of times, I'm gonna share a few stories, all right, of why you shouldn't destroy yourself. All right, because that's what can happen if you try to be overly righteous. All right, because of course the Lord didn't command us, now that we're under by the law of faith. All right, He commanded us to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our abilities. All right, not to a T, not 100%, but to the best of our abilities. And that actually, I'm gonna get it right now. This is Judges 5:11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers and the place of drawing water, all right, which is indicative of places of bondage or captivity, which we're in the captivity under right now. Esau, Edom, right, in his empire, America, all right, which is the virgin daughter of Babylon, spiritual Egypt, and spiritual Sodom. All right, this is the place where of our punishment. All right, and it says there, all right, there in the place of our captivity, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. All right, so it says we're gonna rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh Bashem Yeshua. We're gonna because before I started recording, all right, I looked up synonyms of the word rehearse, which along the list of synonyms I saw, practice, all right, and to go over, and I like to make this analogy with with getting ready for a concert or something. All right, you would rehearse what you're gonna play, or you would practice, you would go over the things that you're actually gonna what's the word? The final performance, essentially, where everything has got to be perfect. But what comes before perfection? You're gonna fail a bunch of times. All right, you're gonna go over it, and and you're gonna fail. All right, you're gonna mess up, and it tends to happen. It's gonna happen. All right, and that's what we're doing. All right, we're not gonna be perfect on this side. All right, we're gonna do our best. All right, that's what the Lord is looking for. You're 100%. All right, not the 100%, not perfection, but your perfection to the best of your abilities. All right, the Lord didn't command us to destroy ourselves. All right. This is Ecclesiastes 7:7. surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. All right, because this is the place, as I mentioned before, the places of our punishment. All right, how is it that the enemy that is over us, all right, the basis of all men, and in his empire, and us as Hebrew Israelites, we have a certain standard to keep. All right, and that standard, of course, is the laws, statutes, and commandments. But of course, now, like I mentioned before, faith. That's what makes us whole. That's what's going to deliver us in those times. That's what's actually going to benefit our souls. All right, not the law. All right, but it says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, because we know that in this society we're all the way vexed. All right, we can't keep the laws such as the commandments to the best of our abilities. We know this. All right, we have to know this. All right. Now, a few examples would be concerning the Sabbath. All right. Actually, as of this recording, all right, it's the new moon, which we actually treat as a Sabbath. Okay. Now, technically, all right, during a Sabbath, I'm gonna just name a few. You're not supposed to work. All right. You're not supposed to put in any type of work. You're not supposed to light a fire. Okay. But of course, brothers most definitely have jobs to keep, all right, jobs to actually be attending to on the days of the Sabbath. What are you gonna do then? You know, that's your way of living. All right. You might have it to where you can't excuse yourself every day. All right. And you actually have to go to work on the days of the Sabbath. All right. You can't be overly righteous and just totally forsake your job. You need that job. All right. So you got to do what you got to do. All right. And of course, lighting a fire, even technically, starting your car, that would actually be technically lighting a fire. All right. By technicality. So even little things like this, it hurts our spirit, all right? Because of course we're gonna get used to it, but first coming into this truth, definitely that this is the type of things that just irks your spirit, all right? I mean, me personally, first finding out about the Sabbaths, and another thing too, you're not supposed to buy anything, all right? And I remember, and of course we're in the flesh. I remember buying a drink, and then not long after I realized that I bought something. All right, and I was damn near in the process of my mind condemning my soul. Okay, so again, this is the type of things, this is the type of scenarios where you have to catch yourself. All right, just know that we're in the places of our captivity. All right, and we can't do the best that we can do, but of course, to the best of our abilities, we try. That's what the Lord demands of us, to try. All right. Okay, another example also would be on the day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Okay, me personally, I did a very foolish decision. Okay, which of course it all leads back to the fear of the Lord. But during the Feast of Unleavened Bread, days after the Passover, all right, you're not supposed to eat anything with unleavened bread. Okay, or bread that has leaven in it. All right, aka yeast. All right, and essentially, like any other young brother would do, you would most likely look up the ingredients, right? You would probably Google each single ingredient that's in, like a candy bar or a piece of bread, and you look for if it says yeast or not. And the next thing you know, you start Googling things, and it leads to one thing to another. And next thing you know, this is a variant of yeast, or this was a substance or a fluid that goes back to pork. And don't even get me started on pork, which is in damn near everything. All right. You can't even count on something as simple as buying a piece of chicken from KFC or something. All right, all this stuff is cooked with lard, and you can't do nothing about it. All right, and things like this that just makes it's oppression. All right, it's vexing to our soul, our righteous souls. All right, okay, I could just name a few off the top. Being around homosexuals. All right, which the Lord commanded us to put them to death. But are we gonna do that? No, because that's not wise. All right, and the scriptures say that we have to walk circumspectly and not as fools. All right. We can't just be going around righteously killing homosexuals, all right? Because really, at that predicament, in that scenario, that wasn't even just in the eyes of the Lord, all right? It would be a really foolish decision, decision to do, all right? It would be very unwise, all right? So this is James chapter 2, verse 17. Even so, faith, which is what we live by, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. It says, even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. Right, so of course you can't just say, yeah, I believe and I love Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, but you don't do nothing about it. You don't do nothing to show forth that love, that faith. Okay? mouth service, essentially. All right, verse 18. Yea, a man say, Thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. All right, that's what we're gonna do. Right, we're gonna show the faith. We're gonna show through our actions that we believe in Yahweh Hashem Shai. As the old saying goes, actions speak louder than words. But really, that's what it is. Okay, your actions show forth what type of person you are. Okay, they scream out what your intentions are. Whether you're a sincere person or really you just never shook off the old man. You never shook off the world. All right, and it's the same thing with being overly righteous. Okay, you might be way too sincere and just being dramatic or over exaggerated. All right, well, the Lord clearly told you to not be overly righteous. All right. Verse 24. Ye see then how that by works a man is justified, and not by faith only. Okay, which we actually went over this a couple camps back, that we have to do a mixture of both. All right, with having faith and showing your works. Okay, because you can't just show works and then have no faith. You can't just keep all the laws, and statutes and commandments to a T, which is impossible, by the way. All right, you keep it all, and then you just don't believe in the Lord. Okay, or you might have faith, but like I said before, you don't show forth that faith. All right, on both sides, vice versa. If you don't do one or the other, it's just dead, being alone. So what do you have to do? You have to do both of them to the best of your abilities. All right, that's what the Lord wants to see. All right, that's what matters. All right, especially in the time we're in. And again, that's what the Lord prophesied of. All right, iniquity shall abound. All right, so Lord willing, I'm gonna end the video off with this precept. This is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 17:25. Return unto the Lord and forsake thy sins. Make thy prayer before his face and offend less. Okay. In this same account, there's an account of the scriptures where the Lord was dealing with an adulterous woman. Okay, and in this account, he, of course, I'm getting straight to the point. He told the woman, go ye and sin no more. All right, don't do that again. Okay. So, and the thing is, in the fact that it said offend less already tells you, okay, that you're gonna mess up. All right, you're gonna have slip-ups in there, and that's the whole point. As it is written in Proverbs, a righteous man falleth 7 times and riseth back up again. All right. So however many times it takes. But the thing is, the Lord told you to keep your head, be level-headed. Don't be overly righteous. He understands the predicaments that you're in. He's the one that put you. He's the one that put us, Israel as a whole, in this estate, to where we couldn't even keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and that we had to rely solely on faith. All right, specifically in His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahushai. That's that He would be our advocate, man. All right, He's the man that we look up to. All right, when everything fails and it's just crumbling around us. All right, whether it be your mind trying to condemn you, okay, and forecasting grievous things, as the scriptures say. All right, verse 26, turn again to the Most High and turn away from iniquity, for He will lead thee out of darkness into the light of health, which darkness represents everything and anything that is contrary towards the Lord. Okay, and it says, for He will lead thee out of darkness into the light of health, and hate thou abomination vehemently. All right, so we gotta hate that which is abominable in the eyes of the Lord, and it says hate that abomination vehemently, with a strong passion. Okay, because if it was up to us, we would complete all the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our abilities. All right, we understand and we acknowledge that our righteousness is as filthy rags. All right, but all we can do is try. All right, I'm gonna keep saying that all we can do is try. All right, of course, we send up prayers, of course. Salakia Yahweh Shem Yashai, Salakia. All right, forgive me of my sins and my trespasses. All right, and of course, all we can do is hope and have faith in the things that the Lord is gonna actually have mercy on us. Okay, because that's what the Lord we ask and pray that the Lord look upon the things that we did in righteousness. All right, and not in the other way around. All right, to not remember our iniquities, but instead the goodly things that actually came from our walk in this truth. All right, that's what we hope and pray for. All right, that's the definition of hope. All right, to have faith in the future, in the goodly things to come. All right, and that's pretty much all the precepts I had. Lord willing, this was edifying and somewhat exhorting to you, Akim. All right. So with that, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors again to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone GMS who were well and will trust this truth. And peace and salutations be unto your fellow Akim, your brothers that are also pushing out this word and true faith and in sincerity. And with that, I want to say Shalom.